Section 1. The Gardener's Secret: Sowing Seeds for a Future Harvest. Investing your money can feel like a complicated affair. You hear about people who stare at screens all day, buying and selling with every twitch of the market. They seem to be in a constant state of frantic activity, trying to outsmart everyone else. Building wealth is often a much calmer, simpler business. It's more like planting a tree than a high-speed video game. Select a good spot, plant a healthy sapling, water it, then let time and nature do most of the work. This is set-and-forget confidence, quiet assurance from a sensible plan, not from a lucky guess. Long-term investing is not about getting rich overnight. Anyone promising that is likely selling something you shouldn't buy. Section 2. The Simple Rules of the Game: Building Your Financial Ark. So, how do you build this simple, sturdy portfolio? First rule: avoid trying to pick individual winners. I have spent my life trying to find wonderful businesses at fair prices, and it is a difficult job. For most people, a far better method is to simply buy all the businesses. Buy a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. When you buy such a fund, you own a tiny piece of 500 big companies. You capture the results of American business as a whole. You will not beat the market, but you will get the market's return. Second rule: keep your costs down. Fees you pay come directly out of returns. A small-sounding fee of 1 or 2% per year can act like a termite, silently eating away at your financial house. Choose low-cost index funds. Minimal fees. Small detail, enormous difference. Keep costs at rock bottom. It's one thing you can control. Third, invest regularly through thick and thin. Section 3. Harnessing the Power of Compounding: Your Greatest Ally. There is a force in the universe that Albert Einstein is said to have called the eighth wonder of the world. That force is compound interest. It is the simple process of your earnings generating their own earnings. When you own shares in a business, those businesses earn profits. They might pay some of those profits out to you as a dividend, which you can then use to buy more shares. Or they might retain those profits to reinvest in the business, making your ownership stake more valuable. Either way, your investment base grows, and the next year's earnings are calculated on that slightly larger base. It is a snowball rolling downhill. This process starts slowly. In the first few years, the effects of compounding are barely noticeable. It can feel like your progress is frustratingly slow. After a decade, the snowball starts to pick up some real size and speed. After 2 or 3 decades, it becomes an unstoppable avalanche of wealth. The majority of the returns from a lifetime of investing often come in the final years. Over your investing lifetime, you will experience several frightening market declines. These are not a possibility. They are a certainty. The news will be filled with doom and gloom. Experts on television will tell you that this time is different. Your friends and neighbors might be panicking and selling their holdings at a loss. In these moments, your own instincts will be screaming at you to do something. To sell before things get even worse. The key is to do nothing. Remember the farmer and his farm. He does not sell his land in a drought. He waits for the rain. These periods of fear are the very reason that stocks offer higher returns than safer assets like bonds and cash. This higher return is your compensation for enduring uncertainty and emotional distress. Remember, you are a long-term owner of businesses. You have not actually lost anything unless you sell. The shares you own still represent the same ownership stake in the same productive companies. If you are still investing monthly, you are now buying these wonderful businesses at a discount. Ignore the noise. Stop reading financial news. Do not check your portfolio balance every day. Go for a walk. Read a book. Focus on your job. Focus on your family. Markets have recovered from every downturn. It may take months or years, but human progress trends upward. All of this advice is worthless if you do not act on it. The most important day in your investing life is the day you start. It does not matter if you begin with a large sum or a small one. The process is the same. The power of compounding works just as well on $100 as it does on $1 million. The biggest mistake is waiting for the perfect time to invest. They wait for the market to go down, for income to go up, for a sign from the heavens. The perfect time is always now. You can never get back the time you lose by waiting on the sidelines. First, open an account with a reputable, low-cost brokerage firm. This can be done online in minutes. Second, choose one single investment, a broad market-tracking index fund like the S&P 500. Do not overcomplicate it. Third, set up an automatic transfer you can comfortably afford each month. Fourth, make sure dividends are automatically reinvested. That is it. That is the entire plan. Now comes the hardest part, having the discipline to let it work. Resist the urge to tinker. Do not chase hot stocks or flee on gloomy headlines. Trust in the plan. Trust in the long-term prospects of American business. Trust in the power of time.